This is Financially Fit Business with Ruth King.
Welcome to the Financially Fit Business Podcast. Here you discover ideas, tactics, news, and information that matters to the health of your business or your clients' businesses. I'm your host, Ruth King. Here is how we will help you increase the financial fitness of your businesses today. What if the tax process could be made fast and simple? Remitian has made this possible. It is a secure, agentic infrastructure for executing and managing tax payments across tax, accounting, and financial systems. My guest today is Solon Angel, a founder and CEO of Remitian. Under his guidance, Remitian has built a world-class team of engineers, accountants, and financial experts unified by a shared mission to modernize how taxes move between people, businesses, and governments. Solon, welcome to the Financially Fit Business Podcast.
Thank you for having me, Ruth.
My pleasure. So now that I've totally bungled the name of the company, why don't you give everybody how you pronounce it?
So we pronounce it as a guardian for remittances, Remitian.
Remitian.
Our goal is to make the relationship between taxpayers, the accountants and advisors, and the tax authorities a bit smoother with less risk, less headaches, and less tax distractions.
Got it. So you started out in Canada, didn't you?
Yeah, so the idea started in Canada. It was two accountants that were an accounting firm that was passionate about helping their customers and their small business owners avoid late fees and penalties and all the headache of logging on state portals. And we started there as a beta prototype, if you'd like to say. But then very quickly we realized that the problem is ubiquitous. It's everywhere across North America and beyond. And that we needed to build the system properly, to service the whole world. So we essentially took that idea and we rebuilt the company and incorporated about less than 2 years ago in the US.
Cool. Yeah. If you could do it in Canada, you can definitely do it in the US because Canada's rules are worse than ours.
They just have slightly different rules. On some aspects, it's easier, and others, it's a bit more tight. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I've had clients in Canada and I look at their payroll tax system and I look at ours and I'm glad we have ours.
Yeah, but they also have less states. So when you are operating across Canada, you have less tax authorities to deal with, right? So it's
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have 50.
Yes, you had that to start with, and you don't have the cities that decide to come up. Oh, now they do that too, but in the US, you have a lot more local tax and county tax, and so there's a lot more tax endpoint and complexity on the scale of the US. But yes, the rules in Canada are a bit more convoluted. Yes.
Yeah. So cool. All right. So let's talk about the software. You took it from there, and how easy is it to use the software? And I mean, give us some examples of how people have CPAs have used it and it saved them time, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah. So essentially, look, when CPAs spend a lot, tax firms spend a lot of time during tax season. They work long hours. They work sometimes 7 days a week. And when they do all that work, it's for one purpose, is to send a delivery package to their clients telling them how much tax they owe. Ruth, do you think they enjoy when there's a mistake after that, if the client doesn't pay on time and they have to spend hours with the IRS or with the tax authorities after that? Probably not.
No, of course not.
No, if they work so hard to meet the deadline, they just want things to run smooth, and they really don't like being blamed by their clients for missing a payment somewhere, when in fact the CPA firm sometimes sends reminders by email. Hey, make sure to pay $17,000 to the IRS by that day. And the clients get busy because life is busy, as parents, as business owners, whatever you want to call it. So essentially, and funny enough, the first client was, the idea came up between a husband and the wife. So the first accountant that had the idea for Remitian, his wife was a doctor, and she had a small business, a small practice, and he will tell her, here's your quarterly estimates, here's your monthly payments on a spreadsheet, and all she had to do is log in into her bank account and make those payments. But guess what? Even though your husband is an accountant, sometimes life gets busy and she will forget or miss, to the great frustration of her accountant husband, some tax obligations. And this is when he realized that it's not enough to just tell clients how much they need to pay on sales tax, or on quarterly estimates or federal level, you actually have to do the work. And he realized that accounting firms don't finish the job. They don't take care of the true last mile of tax delivery. And so that's the use case. The use case is to give peace of mind to taxpayers that when in the workflow of the tax work, the accountants can schedule the payments and in safety within digital connections, completely safe, instruct the payments to go on, not through ACH only, not through by sharing your routing numbers, which is not the safest, but really by having a modern platform with artificial intelligence that is in the flow of funds and control everything that goes on, including collecting receipts from the tax authorities, confirming that the payment has happened on time, so that if the authorities want to dispute that, you actually have evidence and an audit trail.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen situations where we have sent things by, in the U.S., certified mail, and then the IRS comes back and says, well, we never received this. And so we send them all the data that shows the date that it was sent, the certified letter that was sent, and da-da-da-da-da. And then they can't come back and say that you didn't send it because we know we sent it.
Exactly. So the main thing that people underestimate is tax payments are not payments. They're compliance events, right? They're supposed to really have an envelope and metadata around it. And that's what we do so well. But yeah, I've seen also cases where the authorities completely mess up allocation of the payments to, for example, John Smith Sr. versus John Smith Jr., and then they blame the taxpayers for it. Yeah. And then the taxpayers don't have usually with others, they would not have much recourse, right? But with us, they do, right? So that's the difference. The first clients that we had was a beautiful story. When I went to meet with them, and I was very curious. I said, okay, well, we launched a new version and a new user interface. I was eager to take them for lunch. And I said, hey, what do you think of, the Remitian? He's like, I don't know. I'm like, okay, how much do you enjoy using Remitian? They're like, honestly, I don't. And I was shocked because this is one of our oldest customer paying every quarter their tax to us. I said, okay, well, are you okay with our service? They said, oh, I love it. I'm like, okay, so you never log into it. You never think of us. You don't pay too much attention to the latest UI, but you love it. Why is that? They said, because that's what I want. I want peace of mind. I want to log in once a year. I trust my accountants to have access to it, and I can focus on running my business. And this was a massive eureka moment for me. The same as people don't worry about paying their cell phone bill. It just runs on auto bill pay. That's what we want to create. And that's what we create every month and every quarter. We want business owners and individuals that are busy in the day-to-day to work with a CPA firm or to connect on our platform their tax authorities and their obligations. And it just runs on autopilot, make sure the payments happen seamlessly with a trail, and that they never are on the stress of being audited by the IRS or having a late fee and penalty, which, by the way, in North America, we pay $85 billion per year to late fees and penalties every year. That's how much, it's like a triple tax. The first tax is dealing with tax workflow takes time. So that's time away from your business. Those are non-billable hours, right? It's compliance. Nobody likes that. The second tax is actually how much you owe. And then those penalties and late fees and that clunkiness around it is what I call the third tax. And I don't think it's needed. I think Remitian is good to solve that.
I agree. And before we take a break, if somebody wants to find out more about you or more about Remitian, where do they go?
Remitian.com, Remitan.com. And if they want to look at the product, they can do /learn-more. There's demos right there. On the website, they can sign up easily directly by themselves with a credit card for a trial unlimited. And if they want to hear about me, they can follow me on LinkedIn, Solon Angel, SOLONANGEL, or my website, solonangel.com.
Very good. We'll be right back. Thanks for listening to the Financially Fit Business Podcast.
Financial advisory services are the key to the longevity of the accounting profession. If you want to get started providing advisory services or want a review of a finance course you took in college, Ruth King's manual, Understanding Financial Trends Analysis, might be your first step. This manual gives you the information you need to help your clients with their financial statements. A great start or addition to your financial advisory practice. You help them with clarity on their business's financial health, the ability to spot impending issues and resolve them before they become a major crisis, less stress and sleepless nights, worrying about the financial part of their business. Your financial statement trends analysis manual is the reference guide. What do you want in your financial advisory services practice? Click on the link below for more information and to order.
We're back. Thanks for listening to the Financially Fit Business Podcast. I'm speaking with Solon Angel, one of the founders and CEO of Remitian. Hopefully I got it right this time. And before the break, we were talking about the development of the software and everything like that, and how it makes it faster and easier and, peace of mind so that you don't have to think about it. So let's dive a little bit deeper into that. Let's assume that I raised my hand and I said, I want to start using your software. What can I expect?
So first of all, it depends if you do it on your own or if you do it through an advisor, like a tax advisor. We always recommend to work with tax advisors and CPA firms that have already access to your tax file, know exactly your environment, and can set you up very easily. What you would expect is essentially that your CPA firm would ask you to connect securely through our platform once to approve them to represent you. And you can go on and have a peace of mind to never have to worry about tax payments. The payments will be taken care of automatically. Your quarterly estimates will be automatically scheduled. If there's insufficient funds on your bank account, we will email you before and inform you to maybe connect to another bank account. You are in full safety where we do not ask for your routing numbers. You connect securely to Plaid, and you can pick your different bank accounts on your own. You're in full control, and you can see all your tax obligations. Essentially, we're trying to remove the stress out of worrying about tax payments.
All right. So we can do this both personally and for our businesses.
Yes. And so you connect your EINs in the platform and you will have all your tax obligation in one place.
Cool. And so then the CPA doesn't have to worry either that you're right. In the past, they said, okay, here's the little things that you pay every quarter or every month or whatever else it is. They don't have to worry that we didn't pay it.
Exactly. And more importantly, on the CPA on their side, for them, they care about a good client experience, right? They do want their clients to have a great client experience and they want to finish the job. So if you authorize your accountant to schedule the payments for you, it empowers them to serve you better. And you're paying them probably thousands of dollars every year to do your tax filings. Why not let them schedule the payments as well, right? It's part of finishing the job.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, we got to pay them, but it is what it is. And if it's already done and we have peace of mind that it's taken care of, it comes out of our bank account and it's done. They also don't have the problem knowing that they have to do a journal entry or something along those lines, knowing that it's been done.
All right.
Correct?
Correct. Yes.
Okay, cool. All right. So if we're going to do something along the lines like this, is it easy for a CPA? Because let's assume a CPA has 100 clients to put 100 clients on the software or not?
Yes, the CPAs will come and upload hundreds and thousands of their clients on the platform at once and essentially be able to have a air traffic control system of all the tax obligations of all their clients based on security and safety. Of course, each partner and tax specialist only sees the clients they have responsible for them.
Okay, but they can't see other CPA stuff,
No.
or the clients can't see each other's stuff either, correct?
No, correct.
All right, so it's the CPA who has control in that particular case. All right, so if I were sitting in your booth, like we talked at Engage, not you, but Jurian and I, what would you say to me to say, okay, try it?
I would just simply highlight, right, that right now there's a lot of changes in regulations, including you cannot pay certain tax type with checks anymore, and the clients just don't want to be bothered. So I say just offer that to your clients and they love you for it. Your loyalty will be higher and you will not spend time on the phone chasing people or by email or going after. It's really simple. It's really a 2 to 3 step process to get started.
Cool. Final thoughts.
Well, the biggest risk in tax payment is not really fraud nowadays. I mean, there is a risk there, but it's really a typo at midnight, just the day of the deadline, where you miss a column or you overpay or underpay. And there's no reason nowadays to do things manually and go on the lovely all-state tax portal manually with bookkeepers, right? In 2026, in the age of AI and rockets going to the moon and to Mars or whatever else they're going to send those rockets, in the age of AI, doing manual steps makes no sense, right? So just
Agreed. Yeah.
we're the standard for tax payment, safety, and cybersecurity conscious in mind. And we're here to help people make sure that they sleep peacefully during the tax season. There is no headaches and no last minute changes.
Very good. And give everybody the website one last time.
Remitian.com, Remitian.com, like a guardian for remittances.
Very good. Solon, thank you very much for being with us today.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
And thanks to all of you for joining us. Choose one thing that you discovered and implement it in your business. These ideas, tactics, and strategies help you make more money, have more free time, and give back. If you like today's program, spread the word. Please review this podcast on any device you're listening to it on. Help a business owner improve the health of his company. For comments or questions, call me at 770-729-8000 or email rking@financiallyfit.business. Thanks for listening. Have a great and profitable day.